Hi everyone, it's Marcy Bessaker with Fun Stamper's Journey, and today I wanted to do just a quick video that I can show you how to step up a card. And I'm going to not show you the end result because I want to give you an idea of how to change it up. Once you come to a point and you're like, no, that's not what I really want. Okay, are these crazy nails or what? I just got them done. We're a little outside the box. They're a little distracting, but they're fun. Okay, so I took some oatmeal cookie cardstock and made my card base. I have rich coral here. That's going to be my first layer. And then I have my white working piece that I'm going to work with, so I'll show you that. Okay. So what I did is I made with a sneak peek for the new set that we're going to be having, I made hamburger buns. I have tomatoes, I have lettuce, I have my hamburger bun, and I made, of course, the bottom bun. So there's some ideas that I did for that. So it's going to end up looking like that. So there's my hamburger that I made. So I was going to do something with a hamburger. And then I want to make some French fries, and I'll show you that in a minute. And the French fries come from the kit Fry Friends. So this is the Fry Friends stamp set, and those are the French fries right there. Okay, and the hamburger set is a new set, so I can't show you that, but I can show you what I made with it. So here we go. So I was kind of thinking I'm going to make some French fries and a hamburger, and I wasn't quite sure what else I was going to do. I like the cute sentiment that comes with it. We make a great combo. So I knew I was going to do that, so I stamped those and made that. So then on the background, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to do something like a little picnic, like a blanket, like a picnic blanket or a picnic, well, I guess it is a picnic blanket. So what I want to do is I want to find my large block, and I'm going to use the Flannel Life stamp set, and I'm just going to go ahead, and I was going to ink it up red because I'm going to do red. So I'm going to use the candy apple, and I just want to ink up just part of it and kind of put it at an angle. Okay, kind of like that right there. And I'm okay stamping on this. It cleans up really well. I should have put a grid sheet underneath me, but this is last minute video thinking that I'm going to do, so I will just wipe it up and clean my stamp up in a bit. Okay, so there's my picnic blanket that I was thinking about. Okay. Now, I also I was thinking of a sunshine, something that Richard did on a video. And he used Summer Days and he used rich coral. So I'm going to recreate what he did. And he used this, the Light Sun, which I love the sun. And it's funny, I was already thinking of using this stamp, but I was not thinking about what he did, which I loved. So I'll show you what he did. So once I got to this point, I realized, okay, I don't have a lot of space, so I'm going to have to cut them out. So I'm going to show you on another piece of paper what I did with the sun. And then I cut this out. So I was thinking, what am I going to do to go the extra mile, to think a little outside the box, to make it a wow card. I get asked a lot. We do swaps for convention and different events. And when we write down a wow card, people go, well, what exactly is a wow card? So I'm going to show you what a wow card is. So this is was my first thought. I was going to put a little tablecloth there, a little picnic blanket, put a sun. I was going to add my hamburger on there. I pop my French fries up and put a sentiment. And this is what the sun's going to end up looking like. And I was going to just stamp it right on the paper, and I thought, well, that doesn't look really good because it's kind of plain. So this was kind of my thought, like that. And then with the French fries also. And I still thought that just wasn't doing it for me. That wasn't a wow card to me. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I did. First, let me show you the sun technique, because that was amazing when I saw that, what Richard did. So you're going to take your Sunny Days ink, and you're going to ink up your ink pad, and then your stamp. Then you're going to take the rich coral, and you're going to take that and just kind of go around an edge so you can see how beautiful that looks. Then what he did, I should have done this first so my ink's not drying, but we'll do it real quickly here, is you're going to shake up your citrus cooler, and you're just going to dab it on your, I believe Richard called this his working mat. I have used these since I've gotten them also for exactly stuff like this. They're perfect for mixed media. They're perfect to use, and they wipe up. And they're just great for gluing everything that you need to do, and then put it away and use it again for the next time. So we added a little bit of the gold. So the gold silk and the citrus cooler silk. Then what you do is, once you have your sun, you're just going to put it in there, pick it up, and stamp your sun. I like to hold it down just a bit, let the paper absorb the ink and the color, and then lift up. Look how gorgeous that looks. And in the light, you can see a shimmer of gold. It is blended in there, but it is there. So what I ended up deciding to do, let me wipe my stamp off quickly here, and I'll re-clean them later, is I decided to do them on separate papers. So I did take the paper that I did the tablecloth on, and I just simply went like this, and I cut out the tablecloth. Then when I pulled over the same size paper, it just lines up like that, but it's a separate piece. It's layering. And now I could take the sun and layer it. So now I'm feeling like it's kind of going somewhere. It's got a few more layers on it. Put the hamburger on the blanket. Okay, so now I need my French fries. So I thought, well, I really need to think about what I'm going to do with these French fries. So let me clean that mess up real quick. You want to kind of clean these up fairly quickly because it will dry. This kind of did dry on my other project, but still it dries. It's very easy to use again. Okay, so now what I did is I decided to cut these out, and I wanted to do something with the French fries. I was like, what am I going to do different with the French fries? So if you look, I did it on candy apple paper. I did my French fries, and I took my color burst pencils and I colored them in. I put a little bit of the darker, like a darker orange brown color. I don't remember what numbers I used. Sorry, I didn't think I was going to do a video. Then I took some of my gold dust, my gold sparkle dust that Eva Bussum showed a video how to make this, and I put it on as for my salt. Hopefully you can see that. So I put a little glaze on there, sprinkled a little salt. I glued my edges, but I popped a little foam right there to kind of bow the box just a bit so that you could see the French fries. And right now I'm looking, thinking, well, I could have cut out a couple little fries and 3D'd them there, but whew, but that would have been kind of fun. So now I have this cute box. It's all shimmery, shiny. And I'm going to kind of put it like right there. So then I thought, all right, now we're kind of getting somewhere. I'm feeling a little better. I'm going to pop the French fries up. I'm probably going to layer that down so this can be popped up, kind of laying over it. And then I thought, all right, that's still not doing it for me. So what else can I do? So then I decided to step it up again. And this is what I'm talking about, a wow card. What else can you do? So this time I am going to grab a paper. So what I decided to do is I sat this down here and I took the tablecloth and I kind of thought, okay, if I'm going to put the tablecloth here, I put this down at the bottom of my page and I put this here. Then I took a pen and I thought, okay, so about right here is where I wanted to go. So I drew myself a line. That's not even the same line. That's the line. And I thought, okay, so now what I want to do is do a little pan pastel. So I decided to take the pull play and do the sky. And my poor little foot thing has been used for quite a bit of these cards. So bear with my little foot. I'm going to try and use it one more time. And so then I'm holding this down. I have a guide, and it doesn't have to be exact across, but I go in circular motions because if a white happens to show up, that's okay. That could be kind of like a cloud. So I do this, and that's all I need right there. So then I'm going to flip it over, put my blue away, my Pool Party, and I like this top one here, Kiwi Slice, except it's opening the second one there. And so I just kind of pat it, same thing. I'm going to go in, I'm going to do my green, come down here. My poor foot, I'm telling you, it's the last straw on this guy. He's been used quite often for skies and grass. Guess I could have used a new one. Okay, and then up here I just kind of go just a little to just kind of blend it. Now, what I do is a lot of people ask, what do you do to keep your pan pastels on there from getting on your hand? Because they do get chalky. So what I do is I take a dry baby wipe, which I had one. Let me see if I can find it. Here's one. So I take a dry one and I just go back and forth. That way you're not blending the colors. This one has sparkles, can you tell? You go back and forth and just kind of burnish it in. Okay, and there you go. So there's that. And so now I'm thinking, okay, now I'm getting somewhere. Now I'm seeing that this is becoming a wow card. So now I'm going to glue my picnic blanket down. I decided to glue all of the sun, just a little on each one. It just holds a little better. I don't want one of the little sun to break off or anything. So I just go to the up in the corner, and a little overlapping on the outside is okay, like right here, because I'm going to put the other layer behind it, which I can do now. So what I do while you're getting things ready, I do them usually, if this is especially for a swap, like I said. Oh, see, and I didn't cut this one down, but that's my fault. All right, so I'm going to cut this down. It's not going to be exactly straight, but that's okay. For video purposes, I'll just show you. But it does have glue on the back, so sorry about that. All right, so let's just pretend that this is nice and straight. So you're gonna glue that on there so you have your border, your red border on the background. And now I'm going to glue the hamburger right here. And now what I want to do is I'm going to take one of my blocks, and I like to just set it down, let it put all those, whenever it has little skinny pieces like that, I like to just set it down and let it adhere. While I'm doing that, I already put backings on there. I'm going to take some large backings on my fries, because fries need to be nice and secure. It's a little heavier. It does have the glaze. Okay. And some of those I might have put a little too light on the glue. So then I'm going to pop my fries up. I'm going to pop this up there. And I'm going to, yeah, there doesn't look like there's any on these at all. All right. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. Now that looks like a card with a little, wow, you're like, wow, okay, so you did pan pastels, I did silk, I did glaze here, I did glaze and the embossing, or not, excuse me, not the embossing, I did silks mixed up with the sparkle dust to make the gold, like the salty color dust. And then the inks, and now that is a lot of layers. That is a lot of technique, a lot of things that I kind of decided a little more outside the box, like, okay, I need to step it up. I need to do something a little extra. So you see the sun comes out over a little bit, and that's okay. So my original card, you can tell obviously the coral was a little bigger. And that's okay. I did have a mishap on some of my cutting of my paper, so I just grabbed the wrong one. My bad. But there you go. So you have your hamburger, your fries. They're shiny. You have the background, which really, if you really look, you're like, oh, grass and a sky. You know, that's kind of cool. But it just fills in the void. It fills in the void. If it would have just been the white, it would have just been so plain looking. So that's all I really wanted to show you, is just a little bit on how you can step it up, how you can add just a little more, a little extra when you're creating it, when you look at it. If you just say, you know what, there's something missing, there's something I need to add, something I need to change. Just think about it a little bit. To me, I kind of think of crafting like this as like Words for Friends. If I'm playing Words for Friends and I am drawing a blank and I can't even think of a word, the next day I open it up, or later in the day, a few hours later, I'll open it up and a word is right there. And I'm like, are you kidding? I didn't see that earlier. So that's just kind of how I've been trying to look on it. The suns, none of them are going to be the same. the French fries, the glitter is not going to be the same, but it's the same technique. It's the same outcome. And I think these are really fun swap cards to do. These will not be my convention swaps, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea and show you how you can remember to take your backings off or your sentiment won't stick. How you can try and bump it up a bit, try and go a little bit outside the box and think of something different, something more. Like I said, this is kind of what I was talking about. The sun more in the corner, but how boring would that be? It needed something. So that really, the pan pastels has saved me more and more projects than I can think of. So anyway, thank you for joining me. It's just a quick little informative video just to kind of show you how to step up a card maybe when you're doing a swap, or maybe this gives you a little bit of a better answer on what is a wow swap. What is something that you go, wow, that's a lot of work, you know. If you know your products, you can look at them and point them all out and say, wow, there is a lot of product on there. And to me, now I'm happy. Now I'm happy with the card. So I hope this helped you, and thank you for joining me. Again, you can always see our products at www.funstampersjourney.com/Marcy Bessaker. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, message me below, and I will answer them for you and see how I can help you in your crafting journey. Thank you so much. Have a great day.